Why play Shyvana top? Well, she's a brilliant duelist. She deals tons of AoE damage, she has no mana, and she's very easy to pick up and do well with. However, she can get kited, especially if she's already used her dragon form, and she is very reliant on her ultimate being far less effective without it available to her.
Shyvana's passive causes her to deal bonus damage to dragons. Also, she gains 5 armor and magic resist. She then gains an additional 5 armor and magic resist for each dragon your team slain. Shyvana's basic abilities all do different things if she's in human or dragon form. Her Q is an auto attack reset, which makes her next attack twice for additional damage. Basic attacks reduce this ability's cooldown by half a second. This ability allows you to proc press the attack very quickly, as an auto attack into Q instantly does it. When in dragon form, the Q is also an auto attack reset, and it deals damage to all enemies in front of her. Shyvana's W summons a flame storm around her, dealing damage to all enemies it touches and granting movement speed. It also makes her basic attacks deal bonus magic damage. Also, basic attacks will extend the duration of this ability. When in dragon form, the size of the W is increased. Shyvana's E throws a fireball, which deals damage and marks a champion. Attacks against the marked champion deal a good amount of additional magic damage. In dragon form, the fireball explodes at the end for a massive amount of damage and scorches the earth, dealing additional damage to anyone within it. Shyvana's ultimate causes her to passively gain fury, and auto attacks also grant fury. At 100 stacks, Shyvana can use her ultimate, transforming into a dragon and flying forward. Any enemies hit while flying forward take damage and are knocked together towards her target location. For combos, you mainly want to ensure you've marked them with fireball first. Use W to get in range and then auto into Q reset for a chunk of damage, as this procs press the attack and procs your E mark 3 times, as well as getting all the bonus damage from W.
For matchups, she does great into champions that she can simply run up to and spam away with her maximum health damage, and she can struggle against champions who will simply outduel you in the 1v1s before you're able to rotate to teamfights. For runes take this, PTA gives you brilliant single target damage. For build orders, start Shield and Pot into tier 2 boots and a Frozen Fist. After this, a Bork and Titanic Hydra are great pickups before finishing a build with any of these as needed. For skill order, start E then W then Q before maxing E then W then Q, taking ult whenever you can. For summoner spells, take Teleport and Ghost, with Flash of course being viable too. Starting the game as a top laner, you're looking to farm hard and take good trades to pressure your opponent. When laning, your E is solid poke. If you can use this to keep chipping away at your opponent, you'll be in a great position as you're not spending mana to use this. And while doing this, you're always looking to take aggressive trades when they're given to you. And if you're ever able to get onto them with your W into attacks, following up with your E into Q, it's a massive amount of burst damage. And with your W being extended, you have plenty of time to get this damage out and simply retreat to stop their trade back. When you hit level 6, you now have access to massive amounts of power. All of your abilities are massively enhanced, and it's just such a massive power spike that you want to use this to fight as soon as you can. Entering the mid game, you're great at both split pushing and team fighting. Look to take your tower as fast as you can. From here, if your team needs pressure, keep split pushing then teleport into a fight, or simply push the lane out as far as you can before rotating to your team. Entering late game team fights, you want to play your team's engage or as the follow-up engage. A massive dragon with W on jumping across their entire team, damaging and displacing them all is a great way to start any fight. And when you combine this with all the AoE damage you do with your E and your Q, you will have provided tons of value to your team and put yourself in a great position to chase down one of their carries. From here, choose your next target, then as your cooldowns come up, you'll be dealing massive amounts of damage.